Hey there! So in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about my tattoos, their meanings, and just my experiences overall with the tattoos. I know in some of my past videos a couple people have commented about them, saying they like them and they wanted me to make a video about them. So here's that video. So I will start off by saying that I went to the same artist. I will link her Instagram down below. Her name is Bronwyn. So I went to her for both of these tattoos. She is an excellent artist. It took me a long time to find, because I wanted a particular style, and I needed a tattoo artist who really specialized in that style. Because sure, some tattoo artists, they can look at a picture and kind of copy it, but you know, other tattoo artists really specialize in the fine detail kind of stuff that I was looking for. So I researched a lot, and then when I finally found Bronwyn, the tattoo artist who did my tattoos, I was like, okay, this is perfect. And you'll see what I mean by the really detailed tattooing. So first I'll start off with the first tattoo that I got. This is a sage leaf. I got this in February. I got a sage leaf because before I actually had Kyoto, I had a yellow lab named Sage. I rescued him when he was 2.5, and I had to put him down last year in November when he was around 13. So, you know, I had him for a really long time, and he was a really big part of my life. You know, he was my best friend, so it was basically like losing a best friend. So I had to get a tattoo dedicated to him because he was a big part of my life. I love this tattoo so much. I love that every day I get to just look down and see it, and it can remind me of my little Sagey boy. He was the best dog ever. Don't get me wrong, Kyoto's great, but it really was like losing a best friend, so I just needed to get something for him. And an obvious place too. I didn't want to get it hidden somewhere where I wouldn't really see it as much. I needed it to be somewhere pretty obvious. In terms of pain, I'd say I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Also, I just kind of find the whole tattooing experience kind of relaxing. Just the buzzing sound of a tattoo machine is really relaxing. And also, it honestly just didn't hurt. If anything, it was more of an annoying pain. It's not like a true pain, you know what I mean? If you broke your leg, yeah, that'd be painful. But this is just more of okay, I get it, a needle's poking me a million times over and over again. It's not that bad. I'm sure if you get it on your ribs, then yeah, it'd probably be painful because that's your bones. But here, and even in this spot, we can talk about the pain on this spot too. I say it was about the same. Honestly, it just, if I could say what it felt like to get both of these done, it's honestly just kind of take a toothpick and literally just poke yourself a bunch of times. That's literally what it feels like. For me at least. You know, everyone is different. Everyone's pain tolerances are different. So what I say may not be the same for you. This was $120, including the $60 deposit, and might as well just move on to the price of this one too. This one was $240. Including the $60 deposit. And I also do 20% tip. So those prices do not include the tip. But yeah, this one took 45 minutes. This one took 2.5 hours, I want to say. Yeah, 2.5 hours. So I think that's it for this one. Okay, so this one is a little bit more recent. I want to say I got it a couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. But yeah, it is pretty recent. Like I said, same tattoo artist, so you can tell Like, she really gets in there with the details. This one, I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Like, I'm not gonna get too in-depth, because if I got too in-depth, it'd be like a 30-minute video. So if you guys want, I can talk more about it. But basically, when I was 13, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I am 18 now. I'm gonna turn 19 in January. So basically, that whole time span, you know, I've had a lot of ups and downs. You know, kind of like a mountain, how there's ups and downs on a mountain. And I just really wanted to get something to kind of like symbolize how far I've come in terms of my mental health, and just like my strengths and my weaknesses. And there's also a quote that I like, and it says, "Life is like a mountain, hard to climb, but once you reach the top, the view is beautiful." And I couldn't agree with that more. You know, some days I feel like I'm at the top of my mountain, and some days I don't. But I feel like this tattoo is just a really good representation of my life, my past, my present, my future. And mountains are just freaking awesome. Like, I know when I visited California, because my family lives there, like, all those mountains are just beautiful when you're driving by them. So, I don't know, I just really like mountains. I think it's a good way to represent life without being too in-depth. So like I said, if you guys want me to talk more about that, I can make a whole separate video about like advice and stuff like that when it comes to mental illnesses. I love this tattoo so much. It has a lot of meaning to me. And in a way, these kind of go hand in hand because Sage really helped me during like my depressive episodes. Sorry, I'm looking over at the viewfinder so I make sure I'm showing them the right way. In terms of aftercare, they would wrap the tattoos. I forget what it's called that they wrap it in. But yeah, they wrap it and you leave it wrapped for, I want to say like 2 to 3 hours, and then you wash it with non-scented soap. I use the Dove sensitive skin, the little bar soaps, and then for the next 3 days I use Aquaphor and just a very, very thin layer. Like, my tattoo artist like stresses this to me too. She's like, very thin layer, because you don't want to kind of like suffocate the skin with all that thick ointment. So really, you just want it to feel tacky. That's it. So yeah, a thin layer of Aquaphor for 3 days. Oh yeah, and you do that. You wash it and put the Aquaphor on it 3 times a day. And then after the 3 days are over, you do the same exact thing, but instead of using Aquaphor, you use a non-scented lotion. So I use Lubriderm, the non-scented version. And then you do the lotion routine for like 2 weeks or until your tattoo is fully healed. And you will still feel the raised feeling for a couple months, even though it's healed. It will still feel raised. This one doesn't feel raised at all. This one, like a couple weeks ago, I could feel it, but now it's fine. Now it's like I don't feel anything at all now. It's like completely flat like this one. I also don't want to seem like I'm an expert. I mean, I only have like 2 tattoos, but I watch a lot of other YouTubers who are like heavily tattooed. There is one YouTuber, Quicken, who I really, really love. She's like one of my favorite YouTubers. So if you do want to learn more about tattoos and also just watch her because she's a really cool person, I'll link her channel down below because she's also really knowledgeable when it comes to tattoos, and I watch a lot of her videos when I was learning about like the healing process and stuff. You want to make sure that during the healing process you take good care of it, because that's the most important part, is the healing phase, because the healing phase determines how well, you know, it's gonna heal and also how well it's gonna age. I do definitely want more tattoos. I just don't know what I want yet because I have so many ideas. I just want to be careful because I don't want to get too many done at once because then it's just like I filled up my canvas and I only have one canvas, which is myself. So I'm just going to take it one tattoo at a time, maybe one tattoo a year. So far I've gotten 2 this year. So, and they're not really super tiny either, so I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. I hope you guys like this video. Tell me in the comments down below which one you guys like the best, either the sage leaf or the mountains. I know they're 2 completely like different things, but I just want to know your guys' opinions. Thanks for watching, guys.